In the heart of the dense forest, an unusual adventurer embarks on a quest. Meet Monkey Wench, a strikingly unique Bigfoot researcher, her eyes radiating determination, lips a bold statement. Her journey is not for the faint-hearted, for she is on the trail of the elusive Bigfoot. Every rustle of the leaves, every hoot in the wilderness heightens her anticipation. Monkey Wench, our charming adventurer, treads lightly, weaving through the undergrowth with grace and agility. Her senses are razor-sharp, catching even the faintest whisper of the forest. A broken twig, a disturbed patch of moss, each potential sign of Bigfoot sends a ripple of excitement through her. Her interactions with the forest dwellers are respectful, yet assertive. A determined explorer, she presses on into the unknown. As night descends, the forest echoes with strange sounds, fueling her determination. In the cold, eerie silence of the night, a mysterious shadow looms. Our brave Monkey Wench presses on, closing the gap between her and the ambiguous figure. The tension is palpable as she nears what could be a monumental discovery. Is this the elusive Bigfoot that Monkey Wench has been tirelessly searching for? The forest holds its breath, awaiting the unraveling of the mystery.
Hey guys, let me go over here to the comments. Hey, hi Deb, Robert. Let's see. Oh, Patty, how you doing? Oh, okay, Deb. I don't blame you. It's been a busy day. Yeah. Debbie is my sister. Debbie. She's visiting with me this week, and I invited her to come down here to the Bigfoot lair and chat with us for a little bit, but she's wiped out from the day. I don't blame her. It's been a busy day. Good to see you. Good to see you, Robert. Hey. Let me see her. All right. Let me get my notes over here together. All right. Jerry. Patty. Sandra. Good to see you. Let me see. Wow. I know you're. All right. Boy, your comments are coming fast. Yes, Jerry. That EE polling videos. Sometimes it tricks me. I'm thinking, wait a minute, who is that? And then I remember, yeah, Jerry. Patty, yes. Yeah, we, oh, hey, Pat, good to see ya. But Patty, yeah, we got out of Erie. Well, the storm hit. There was thunder and lightning and rain pouring down. And by that time, the four of us, well, really the five of us, myself, my sister Debbie, and our other sister Dorothy, and our niece Linda, we were up at Cracker Barrel in Erie for Dorothy and Linda's birthdays. And we had a great time. We went there at noon. After dinner, well, there was my husband also, Lou. And the five of us, we were at Cracker Barrel in Erie, and then we ate, gabbed, and after we were done eating, we of course had to hit up the clearance section of Cracker Barrel. Really didn't find anything of interest. So we went outside on the porch, and by that time it was thundering, rain pouring down, and we just sat on the porch, sitting in rocking chairs, rocking away and gabbing. Our sister Dorothy and Linda, they live in Buffalo, New York. And so Erie is a halfway point for us. It worked out perfectly. Pat, so good to see you. And Jerry, that's good news. Old line cryptids. Okay, so can't wait to see it. Changes happen, I know. Old line cryptids, I can't wait. Whenever, now this will be a podcast that Jerry and Jeff Yarrington will be doing. Yeah, okay, thank you, Jerry. And as soon as they get their links together for the new podcast, they'll send it to me and I'll share it on here. I'll share it in the group. And Jerry, both you and Jeff share it in the group. Anytime you have a podcast up, share it in the group. Aw. Prayers going out for you, Sandra. That's hard going through PT. But anyway, yes, we sat on the porch at Cracker Barrel until 3:00, in which case it was chilly out there, and so even with pouring down rain, it lightened up a little bit, enough for me to say, okay, it's time for us to go. And so, because I was getting tired, and and so we left at 3:00, came down 79 South, pouring down rain, but we ran out of the rain. I don't know, where was it? Around Golan, Grove City area. And, so it wasn't too bad. After that, when we got to around Newcastle, we really didn't see any sign of much rain at all, just a little bit of dampness on the road, but not bad. So apparently it completely, or most of it, hit to the north of us. And wow. Okay, good to be ready to dive into the basement. Now, let me tell you about last week, because I have to tell you about, I have to plug my laptop in. Okay, unplugged. Sorry, guys. Just use there we go. Okay, yes. Last week, okay. All right, well, I'm glad that you stopped by and visited and said hi, and let us know about your new podcast, Jerry. Great news, and good luck to you. But yes, last week our podcast was scheduled. It showed up on here and so on, because as I pre-scheduled it, on YouTube. But unfortunately, we our power went out. What happened was, and I didn't hear any reports of tornadoes, but it had to have been a tornado. It had to have been more than just what they call a microburst. And I don't know what time it was, but at one point in time, the rain was coming. It was horizontal. It was coming from the south, yeah, because our valley runs north-south, and it was coming up from the south, up the hill towards us, and up over, just really, really coming hard. And the winds were blowing hard. And thunder, lightning, and then all of a sudden I felt the house shudder. And, I was in my recliner in the living room watching TV at the time. And, I hollered at my husband, Lou. I said, Lou, you got to get down to the basement. So I reached down because I have an electric recliner. I reached down to push the button, and then the power went out. And I was stuck in my recliner. Good to see you, Ronald. But yeah, so my husband had to help me out of the recliner. And, after he got me out of the recliner, um, it was still. And then all of a sudden, the wind and the rain went horizontal again, but from the opposite direction, from the northeast down to south. It was crazy, just crazy. And I heard, and it dissipated after a while. And then I heard someone hollering from the road down below us. And I saw vehicles going down and then backing out and turning around in our driveway and going back up the hill. And so I went on the Facebook. There was no communication. There wasn't anything. So I tried calling the neighbor and got no reply. So eventually news came through, on Facebook. Our road goes down maybe a mile, and then there's a road that branches off of that. And that road that branches off of ours, yes, hello, Sinead. Trees were down on that road. Trees were down all along our road, all the way up to, but stopping right before our property line, and down, across the road. And then up on the hill above us, on the road that our road meets, trees were down all along there, miles. And then the main road off of there, the main highway, not highway really, it's a 2-lane road, but it's a state road, State Route 65, coming out of Elwood City up north towards Newcastle. Trees were down all along there, and traffic was blocked everywhere. People were trying to go, and they couldn't. And it took hours. Plus the power was out. It was out overnight until the next afternoon. And it was, Fortunately, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything. I don't think there weren't any injuries. I didn't hear anything. Um, it was just, trees down, blocking roads. Um, and it took quite a long time for West Penn Power, to go around because power was out all over Western Pennsylvania, from what I heard. But God bless those and the linemen. It was nuts, but fortunately, there was no damage to the house. Our neighbor, they have a swimming pool, and one of their pool toys blew down over the hill behind us. There's a creek right behind our house, down the hill quite a way, and it was way overflowing the banks, way overflowing. So much rain was coming down all at once, and their pool toy got caught up in the current, went down over the hill, and they had no idea, but I let them know that it was over the hill, but it was by then no good. So that was their loss, unfortunately. But no, thank God, no injuries. Um, okay, 60,000 in PA power outages right now. Wow. I know. I was watching the storms that came through this afternoon. I was watching that line, and yeah, the winds were pretty nasty. That's a shame. It was going northeast right across, uh, from Erie on up through Buffalo and then on northeast. Um, so God bless, those affected. It's nasty. Storms can get pretty nasty. Let's see. Oh my, geez, your land and house completely flooded out. Oh, God bless you. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Patty, too old to go to the basement, so you stood on the front porch, waiting to see it. I'll see this little speck in the sky and say, Patty, hey, hey, hi, hi, Cryptic Crystal. Good to see you. I don't think I have you on my list. Let me take a look here. Getting all these new names in here. It's fantastic. Good to see. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. I'm glad you stopped in. All right. Um, oh, okay. You're from Blair County. Wonderful. Thank you for stopping in. All right. Yeah, we're talking about the nasty storm today. Um, this afternoon. Did it hit you? We were up in Erie whenever it came through, and fortunately, whenever we headed south to Lawrence County, heading home, we ran out of it. But yeah, it was nasty. Okay, you didn't get anything good. Yeah, because from what Patty was saying, 60,000 in Pennsylvania right now have power outages. So that's pretty nasty. Boy. Okay, down to business. Yes, this is my nickname is Monkey Wench, and we are. I'm part of. Well, really, I'm the founder of Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project organization. This is our YouTube channel, and if you haven't explored the rest of our videos, go check them out. Um, go through the playlist, do like I do. If there's a playlist, stick it on the playlist, and then fall asleep watching it. That's what I do. It helps the algorithm of the channel. But okay, we have patches that we are selling. These are $11, including shipping. We take Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. And let me see, here's another patch. These ones, I really didn't care for the way they turned out. I was hoping they would take up the entire field, but they don't. These ones I'll let go for, since I'm not happy, I'll just let them go for $1, and that'll be including shipping. And then, oh, okay, thank you, Pat. Thank you for letting me know. Ooh, let me get over here. Oh, Greg from Woodwalkers has sent, okay, wonderful. All right, that's great. Thanks, Pat, for letting me know. Wow, okay. So, Crystal, are you a member of Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, our group on Facebook? If not, I hope someone on here will post the link. In fact, I think it's somewhere in the description, perhaps. Um, okay. Now, at the top of the page, at the top of the comments, I posted a link. Let me see if I can get that up there. Okay. See if I can. No, won't even let me. Okay. Yeah, at the very top of the comments. Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate you joining my group, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. And I don't blame you. Facebook can get a little messy. As others on here can tell you, we pretty much keep a tight ship on my group. We do not allow ridicule or harassment. As soon as we find out that someone's getting harassed, we'll boot the person. We'll get them out of there. I just got notification. Rain will be stopping soon. I don't even see. It might be sprinkling out there right now. But, okay, back to business. There's my book. Let me move it over here. It's on Amazon. What I've learned about Bigfoot, 50 years and counting, by Mary Fabian. You can purchase it through Amazon, or if you purchase it directly from me, I will autograph it and send it to you for $20. It's $14.99 on the group, or I mean on Amazon, and then the $20. That's for the postage. That's to cover the postage. And So, just send me a message, and I'll send you a link for Venmo or Cash App or PayPal, and you let me know how you want me to sign it. But that's business. The book, one patch, $11, and then the other patch for $1, including postage. All right, guys. If anyone wants to get on here and join the show, again, the link for that here, I'll see if I can. I'll add it here in the comments again. There we go. Okay, there's the link. The patches, they are the good one here, the embroidered one. This one, you can sew it. It's either sew or iron on. This one for $11. You can either sew it on or iron it on. The other one for $1. I think this one is either or also, from what I recall. It's from, I get these through Cafe Press, and they are both sew or iron on. Okay, because I'm filling the backing right now, and yeah, this would be, you can iron that on also. But again, if anyone wants to join me on here, there's the link to, you click on that link through StreamYard, type in your name, and I'll add you to the show. Okay, thank you, Crystal. Oh, goodness, the dog is driving me crazy. Yeah, whenever you get on the group, just send me a message. Send me a private message, and I'll send you the link to Cash App. Let me see if I can even. No, I'm not going to be able to. Can I? Let me see. I can't do it on here, but yeah, send me a message. I'll send you the link, and then appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Honest to God, people. Make sure that you click on the like for the video. Those likes help the algorithm. It helps me. It helps the group. It helps the organization. Because we are an active group, active organization. We're not just a conversation chat on Facebook. We are an actual organization. We do research, investigations. We help people. We help witnesses. And if you need an investigation done, we will send someone out and investigate your sighting, to talk to you if you need help. If you need someone just to talk to, give me a call. Okay, so we've had some pretty good conversations in the group this week, and for the past couple days, I'm going over the conversations and thinking, okay, which one can I kind of continue and bring over here onto the podcast? And there's one on the different cryptids in Pennsylvania. Aw, oh, Patty. Yes, absolutely. I will sign your book any way you want me to sign it. Yes, my favorite helper. You're the best, Patty. Not Bob or Tony. Right. You're the best. You're my favorite helper. Yes. Everyone, Patty. Patty is the best. She's my favorite helper. Not Bob, not Tony. And I don't think Bob or Tony's on here, so it's okay for me to say that. No, I love you, Pat. I truly do. We all do. Debbie and I, we were just talking about just how much that we honestly love you. We love your humor. We love your attitude. Um, you- you're so much appreciated. You have no idea. All right. Today's topic, we're continuing it um, from the conversation on the group. Uh, there was a fascinating conversation on the different cryptids of Pennsylvania, and it truly was hard to decide because there was a conversation on what to do whenever you run into a Bigfoot who's maybe not quite so friendly. What do you do? How do you react? And a couple other conversations that offhand I'm not recalling, but they were good actually. Um, but then there was, oh, you're welcome, Patty. Or Sinead. She says she's done. She's getting squished on my chair. She pushes me out of my seat. Okay, have I seen anything other than Bigfoot in Pennsylvania? I have seen UFOs. I have seen possibly an angel. But as for other cryptids, no, not yet. And I honestly pray not to. Um, I enjoy talking about the other cryptids. I will talk about them. I just try to stay away from investigating them, primarily because I just want to concentrate on Bigfoot. Yeah, because that's where I started long ago. With my very first sighting back whenever I was a kid, and that's how my life has continued. With no, no, I have not seen that dog guy. No, and I pray not to. They have been seen in the area, maybe a mile or so from here. But I pray that I don't. I truly have no interest in seeing a dog man. There's, let me just go over the list. And I honestly, again, I try not to dig too much into these other cryptids, primarily because I know that there are other investigators, other researchers uh, who delve into these other cryptids much more thoroughly than I do. Uh, a lot of them I've never heard of before. A lot of them I only know the name, and honestly don't know the history of some of them. Okay, so number one is, of course, Bigfoot. And then number two is Mothman. Mothman has been seen in Pennsylvania quite a number of times. I think the first sighting of Mothman in Pennsylvania was in 1966. And offhand, I don't recall where, but okay. Yeah, Crystal, I've seen orbs also. And I don't know if I can call them cryptids. I don't know. In my humble opinion, and this is opinion only, uh, the orbs are a byproduct of, or possible byproduct from Bigfoot, possibly from the infrasound. I don't know. And they could also, orbs could also be totally unrelated. It's just chance that they're seen in the same areas. And energy, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think that they are energy. As for exactly what they are and what they are from, we can only guess. We truly can only guess, and unless if there's, I know that Brian Seach from the Center of Unexplained Events, he is doing a study. He's been doing a study on orbs for, let me think, about 5 years now. He's calling them a light anomaly. It's his study on light anomalies. And he's been taking reports and marking them on a map. And I honestly haven't heard anything, any results or statistics yet. It'd be interesting to find out what his findings are on it. But I told him about what I saw whenever I've seen orbs. All I know is that they're just weird, unexplainable. They were the ones that I saw. We were having Bigfoot activity. We were at camp, and the orbs were showing, up in the trees above where Bigfoot were standing, watching us. And then again, we were, when was it? April, end of April. We saw them again in oh heck, what's the name of that park that we were at, Debbie? That I can never remember the name, in Greene County. But we had a camp out there. We had a group camp out. We do group campouts, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. We invite our members to camp out with us, and we do it throughout the year. And unfortunately, there were maybe half a dozen that joined us. And that's usually the way it is, since 2018. I think the most that we had was maybe 20 people. And it's sad because, we go to a lot of trouble, offering these campouts, and not enough people take advantage of it. But it is what it is. Their loss. And anyway, on this last camp out at this state park in Greene County, Pennsylvania, that's in the southwest corner, uh, the one night, we were just sitting by the campfire, and then, I was looking in the valley across from us, a couple hundred yards away, and up through the trees, you could see all these orbs, all these lights just flowing up from the valley below, and there were hundreds, literally hundreds of them. And no, it wasn't lightning bugs, although possibly there may have been a few lightning bugs mixed in there. But they were flowing through the treetops, very fast, from the valley below up to the top of the hill, and then swirling around above us. And it was just strange, really strange. And but we had a fantastic time at that camp out. Really fantastic time. We had some people come in, locals, who had experienced things, and gave us a talk, and telling us about Bigfoot, their experiences, Bigfoot in the area. And one of them took a group of people out and showed them, the different areas. Really great time. And we had a raffle, and let me see who won. Tara. Wasn't it Tara that won? I can't remember. Or was it you, Deb? I can't remember. No, I don't think it was Debbie. Although Debbie did win a hoodie during one of our raffles for something else. But offhand, I can't remember who won the raffle at the camp out. The brain is just gone. Okay, and Patty. Oh, you're a winner. Okay, Patty. Woohoo! All right. Okay. You've not seen an orb. You saw a Bigfoot in thermal. Yes, that's right. Salt Fork State Park. You've heard wood knocks and one run through the wood. Yeah. I remember. You see, guys, even though we are based in Pennsylvania, we hold campouts not only in Pennsylvania, but we hold them in active areas even out of state. And one of our favorite spots is Salt Fork State Park in Ohio, Western Ohio. And we love it there. Oh, you got a sticker. That's right, Patty. You got one of my stickers. Oh. And Salt Fork State Park, and I know most people have heard about it, it is very active. And where we camp at, it is very, very active. It's the area that we camp out. It's mostly juveniles, and they're mischievous. They just like to watch us. Sometimes, middle of the night, they'll wander through camp. They may smack the side of your camper or something, or put their hand on your tent. I was talking to my niece this afternoon about it. And I said, I described it as the Bigfoot get their jollies out of out of making the funny humans make funny noises, like screaming and so on. Yeah, yes, Patty and her machete. She came out 3 a.m. She heard something. She came rushing out of her tent, brandishing her machete, flashing her spotlight everywhere. Ah, holy crap. I'm telling you, Patty's a hoot. I love Patty. Okay, Crystal. I have seen 5 individual Bigfoot. One of them I have seen 3 times. The one that is right here in this area where I'm at now. I've seen him across the road from my house, as a matter of fact. And I've seen him twice, like in the middle of the night. I think he was chasing deer. He was chasing deer practically all 3 times, really. But he's a big gray one. First time I saw him, he was like a brownish gray. But the last 2 times I saw him, he was a little bit more gray. And then in the moonlight, very, very pretty. His hair would sparkle, like it had more of a silver sheen to it. Very pretty. But yeah, I've seen 5 individual ones, and that was 3 in Pennsylvania, 1 in Ohio, and 1 in Oklahoma. And I describe all my sightings, and as well as a few of my adventures, more memorable encounters, not just sightings, but encounters with them. I describe all that in my book. Um, I've had quite a bit of experience with them. Sometimes a little contentious. Uh, and some Patty brandishes, she brandishes her machete. I brandish my golf club. Okay, are most of the reports in Pennsylvania benign? Yes, yes. In general, I don't know if you've seen the PA Bigfoot Encounters map. You can see it in the group in the featured section, and there's got to be at least 700 reports, including historical reports from decades ago, 100 years ago, up to present time. But yes, on the most part, they're benign, and that's been my own experience. The only time that I've had any what you would call aggressive would be whenever I was possibly getting too close to where their babies are nesting while they're breeding females. They just wanted me out of the area, and whenever I get rocks thrown at me or tree limbs thrown at me or growled at, or bluff charged also, I will try to back out and respectfully leave. Although in a few of those circumstances, like whenever I got bluff charged and growled at, unfortunately, at that point in time, I could not leave. And they just had to deal with the situation until I was able to leave. Good to see you, Jeff. Glad you're here. Okay, now you have a fear of the woods you never had before, even though your sighting was benign. All I can tell you, Crystal, is, and I'm sure you realize this, it's probably all these years, nothing has happened to you. They've probably watched you and nothing ever happened. And I understand. Your awareness now gives you that fear of the woods. And right now it's probably a little bit more than just caution. All I can suggest is don't try not to let your knowledge of them stop your enjoyment of the woods. For me, being out in the woods, that's my peace. That brings me closer to God. That's whenever I have my best conversations with God. And I try to, I try to overcome, okay? I know they're there. I know they're probably watching me, big deal. They can watch all they want. I'm walking in the woods and just do what you want to do. But, all I can suggest is one step at a time. If you love going out in the woods, take one step, a little bit further than you did before. Just one step. Turn around and go back. Next time, take one step further again. And just keep doing that, one step at a time. It's your knowledge of them is there, but they are bound to not hurt you. They're not permitted to hurt us. There are a few who, it's just like evil humans or bad humans. There's a few bad apples out there. And a lot of times their own, the other Bigfoot will take care of the bad ones before something happens. But the only time that they'll get aggressive with us, on the most part, is whenever we're getting too close to their breeding females or their babies, their nesting area, or else they're hunting and we're in their hunting area and interrupting a hunt. And that's been the only times that I've experienced, the aggression, like rocks being thrown at me or tree limbs getting thrown at me or bluff charge or growled at. They've shaken my vehicle while I slept inside. And that's just them getting their ha-has, their jollies. They're ornery. They're like kids. Honest to God, people don't believe me whenever I say that, but Um, they're like kids who um, run up on your front porch, ring the doorbell, and run away. You know, it's ha ha fun. Um, you know, for them to give us a scare, you know, hear us, you know, what's that? What's that? What's that? Or give a little scream. They get their jollies out of doing that. And I've learned that over the years. You know, it's just because I watched the one, paid attention to the one that would come to my house over a period of 12 years. And just the things that he would do, it was all, you know, like I said, it's like a kid running up on your front porch, ringing your doorbell, and running away. An ornery kid. And that's what they can be a lot of times. Just an ornery kid. And other times it's you're just getting too close to the nesting area, or else you're interrupting a hunt, and they just want you to go away. You're so, you know, rocks, tree limbs, whatever. Um, you realize that, you know, that's what I did. I realized, okay, I'm not wanted. I turned around and just calmly walked away. I've learned that you back away now, but I turned around and walked away. Because whenever I would have those encounters, that happened whenever I was a kid, you know, hiking through the forest up in Fayette County, up on the Chestnut Ridge. You won't go out to the end of your driveway after dark. Always got a big spotlight. But yeah, you've got black bear around there too. Yeah. Yeah, at nighttime, best defense, get a bright flashlight, anything over 700 lumens. And, you know, if you see one, shine it in the eyes. That's your, honest to God, your best defense at nighttime. Daytime, again, it's usually because you're just too close. You know, too close to the babies, the nesting area, and or else interrupting a hunt. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Well, Blair County, I'm going to have to look that up on my map. Um, Let me think, because we have a district lead. Blair County, is that central Pennsylvania or is that eastern? You know, I'm trying to figure out where Blair County is. Because we have a central county lead and we have a eastern county lead and a western Pennsylvania regional lead. And I know Glenn, he's eastern Pennsylvania. He does hikes every so often, and he would welcome you to come along. You know, he and a few others, they'll go on these hikes, and you know, he'll explain things. He's very patient, and but no, it's good that you're at least parking your car there. Okay, all right. World famous horseshoe curve. I've been there. Interesting. Um, yeah, I've been there. Yeah. Yeah, all I can suggest is, like I said, it's good that at least you park there. You park your car there, and yeah, I would advise try to get someone else along, even if they don't believe in Bigfoot, just to get out and hike. Um, if possible, find someone to that. You know, I know a lot of places they'll have hiking clubs like girl hikers. Um, if there's some good hiking trails in the area, see if you can find a like on meetup.com or even on Facebook, a hikers club. Girl, I know in our area, there's a girl hikers club, for the North Country Trail, and they're really active. And just try to find someone to just go hiking with, And again, they don't have to be into Bigfoot. It's always a bonus if they are, but just find someone if possible. I'll look it up. I'll look up Blair County. Okay, yeah, Altoona. That would come under Tara. Now she is north in Warren County, but oh, Patty. Yes, that's what my sister Debbie's for. We call her Squatch Bait. Yeah, yeah, same here. Same here. I used to, I mean, I would hike, the forest up on Chestnut Ridge, whenever I was a kid, all alone, wouldn't matter. And, I'd sit down, take a nap, just hike alone, and not a problem. And, yeah, Crystal, all I can say is it's one step at a time. Find your comfort level and push it teeny tiny little bit each time. But I do highly advise that you try to find a female hiking group in your area. Altoona, I would think, State College, Altoona, that there should be uh, probably on meetup.com or on Facebook that there's all female hiking group, which would probably be more comfortable for you. And get involved with it, get out, enjoy. God bless you, Sandra. Yes, uh, I um, I love Florida, but ain't no way. For one thing, I can't take that heat. I just melt. Um, I'm all fat, so I would just melt. um, yeah, between the insects, the spiders, the snakes, and everything else, the gators and the iguanas. I don't think they do anything except poop on you from out of the trees. And uh, along with the swamp ape, yeah. Uh, no thanks. I've been invited by other investigators to come down uh, and hike through the swamps. No thanks. No thanks. Our state director unfortunately had to move to Florida, He's still our state director. Bugs get bigger the farther south you go. Oh, holy crap. Yeah, our state director, he lives in uh, the eastern, along the Atlantic coast, like midway down. And he has had quite a few adventures there. Um, and I think he's from Florida anyway. He had lived here in Pennsylvania for a while. No, he's from Pennsylvania, lived in Florida for a while, moved back to Pennsylvania, and then a few years ago they moved back to Florida. And boy, do we miss them. That's where their hearts lay. So, uh, but no, I wouldn't be able to do it. So God bless you. God bless you. You know, that and the wild, the feral hogs too. Crazy. Um, yeah, here, no. Snakes, you know, between the copperhead and the rattlesnake, which are very rare. Um, Coyotes, bear, you know, the occasional bear, but um, you never see bears, you know, just hardly ever. And the coyotes, you hear them quite a lot. And here, you know, the most dangerous thing is man, the hairless biped. Whenever I carry, that's why I carry uh, against the hairless biped humans. Green swamp. Yeah, Bob, he lives. Oh heck, what's the name of that area? I think it's from what I recall, it's southeast of Orlando, maybe about halfway between, um, you know, Orlando and Miami. You know, like maybe not quite halfway down. But he's in a very active area. Plus, he's near the beach. Pat, yeah, you have a Joe to handle that mess. Yes. Um, yep, you have a Joe, and I've got a Lou. Yep. And God bless our men. Green Swamp, yeah. You have to look that up. What is that near? Yeah, Bob, our state director, he runs the Florida Bigfoot Project, and he has a Facebook group for that also. And he's looking for someone in his area to kind of go hiking with on a, you know, someone, you know, on a maybe not a regular basis, but at least another person to occasionally uh, go out hiking with. And let me see if I can look up where he's at. Palm Bay. That's where Bob is. He is in Palm Bay. Okay, between Tampa, Lakeland, Orlando. Okay, so you're over on that end. Okay. Yeah, there's another Bigfoot researcher north of there. I think he's in the Panhandle area, more towards, what is that, Gainesville area. His name is Pat Rance, and he's a really good Bigfoot researcher, very good. Just that, Florida's such a huge state, and it's a shame that, you guys can't meet up and just, hey, how you doing? Oh, goodness. Yeah. How you doing, Roger? Good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by. It's been a while. Yeah. You had to watch for poison snakes in your yard every time you went out. You never leave the house. Yeah, you get that lake effect snow. I know you. Patty is below Lake Erie, right below Lake Erie, and they get what's called the lake effect snow, and that's the heavy snow and a lot of snow. And usually that lake effect snow, it kind of stops right around the I-80 line, and we are maybe about 20 miles south of I-80, so we don't get that heavy snow where I live. Yeah, poison snakes, yeah. I've only seen one rattlesnake in my life, while out hiking. I don't recall ever seeing a copperhead. And the one rattlesnake, I encountered him from, I was rock climbing in West Virginia, Cooper's Rocks. And these are boulders in actuality. They're huge house-sized boulders, and I was climbing up and got up to the top, and I was walking along the top of this boulder, and here's a rattler just, oh, Sandra, okay, God bless you, Sandy. Thank you for joining us, and God bless you. Again, our prayers go out for you. You pray for recovery for you. But yeah, this snake was just laying there on top of this boulder, and I think it was cold. It wasn't really cold out, but probably cold enough that he wasn't very active. He was just laying there sunning himself. Oh, okay, good. You'll be back, Sandra. Good. Um, and I just gave him. I just walked around them and said, "You're welcome to the trail," and that was about it. But again, uh, that's the only time that I've actually seen a rattler. I heard another one time whenever I was picking black raspberries, but that was about it. I didn't see it, but I heard it. I guess maybe my hands were getting too close to where he was laying. But, they were good blackberries. I hope that you're able to make it back, Sandra. Your recovery is what's most important. Let's see. Yes, we were um, Mothman, Bigfoot, and then another cryptid in Pennsylvania is the Albatwitch. Uh, that is a 4 foot tall. Um, okay, Deb. Oh, okay. Yeah, you were right behind me, and I told you to go back down off the rock. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I knew you were there climbing with me, but yeah, this has been 30 some years ago. Yeah, the Albatwitch, they are seen in Lancaster County. They're about 4 foot tall. They're like a Bigfoot, only 4 foot tall, and the name means apple thief. The Pennsylvania Dutch named them Albatwitch, apple thief. Another cryptid in Pennsylvania is called the squonk, and don't ask me what it is. I haven't a clue. I only know the name, squonk. So if anyone here knows what they are, please share, because I truly don't know what they are. Another one, number 5, is the Wendigo. Now that is a cryptid that is vicious. It's a man-eater. Um, there's very, very, very few sighting reports of the Wendigo in Pennsylvania. I had received a report of a possible Wendigo. Well, as a matter of fact, the person who made the report didn't say that it was a Wendigo. They showed us a photo that um, reminded me of a Wendigo. And so we did an investigation. This was in 2018. And now, after our investigation, there was ghost activity on this property as well as Bigfoot activity. And so I'm thinking that the photo that we saw was most likely ghost. I don't think it was a Wendigo, because there hasn't been anything suggestive of a Wendigo since then. There's been a lot of ghost activity there. There's been a lot of Bigfoot activity there. Number 6 is the Dog Man, Patty Fry's favorite cryptid. Just kidding. The one that I have zero desire to see. And there's a lot of Dogman reports in Pennsylvania. I've personally taken a few reports. We've done investigations on those reports and find them very credible. They are the ones that we took were up in Mercer County, Pennsylvania, which is north of me, and but they are scattered throughout the state. Another cryptid, number 7, is one that I have never heard of before, called the Doswell crawler. And I truly have no idea what that is. Doswell crawler. That one I will have to delve into a little bit more and look it up and see, what the description of on that one is. Number 8 is the Thunderbird. If you owned a gun, there'd be less. Yeah. You and your machete, Patty. Just you and your machete. Yeah. Yeah, my husband takes care of any snakes in the area around the yard. Um, yeah, he and his mower, his riding mower, they become chop suey real quick. Okay, the Thunderbird. There are a lot of sightings in the area. Again, Brian Seach with the Center of Unexplained Events. He's taken a lot of those reports. From what I recall, there's been a few in Butler County, and I think a few here in Lawrence County. There's also been reports, and I'm not sure if this would be related to a Thunderbird or not. There's been pterodactyl reports also in the area. Now, if they are mistaken, with the Thunderbird or a crane or an eagle, that I don't know. I haven't seen them, so I cannot speculate on what else. Oh, hello, Ronald. Good to see you. I was just talking about Butler County also, about the Thunderbird reports, from Butler County, and pterodactyl reports that I've heard about. I haven't taken those because any reports of non-Bigfoot sightings, I hand over to Brian Seach and the Center of Unexplained Events. He specializes in all the other cryptids. I don't divide my attention. I just concentrate on Bigfoot, and I know it. A lot of people, a lot of researchers now, long-time researchers, right now they're getting kind of irritated because there's so much attention. Wonderful. Okay, great. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, I've done a little bit around Moraine State Park. I think that's not only Moraine, but over right on the border of Armstrong and Butler County. I've gone to an area, and I'm blanking out on what it's called, but it's very active. But here I'm getting divided. And a lot of researchers are getting burned out on Bigfoot because there's so much attention on Bigfoot, and all the other cryptids are kind of being left in the dust. And so they're trying to bring attention to not only these other cryptids, but to the witnesses, of these other cryptids, to let them know that, hey, we're paying attention to these, and it's good. It's not just, and I'm sure that these witnesses, kind of feel let down, that, hey, my report's getting ignored because it wasn't the Bigfoot. Um, no, every report doesn't matter. They're all important because these are creatures that, they shouldn't exist. Okay. The other side of Sarver. Okay. Let's see. And, okay, here's another creature, another cryptid, number 9. I have never heard of it. Is the Giwoggle, Giwoggle, Giwoggle. Apparently, there's been reports from the Kettle Creek State Park area. And again, unfortunately, I have no idea what it is, what it looks like. I only have the name on this list, Guy Woggle. Number 10 is the Goat Man, and along with that, the Sheep Man, where it's a report of something with horns. It looks like a goat and has hooves like a goat or sheep. That's creepy. I've heard that not only in Pennsylvania, but also in other states. Okay, and here's another cryptid I've never heard of. Number 11 is the Doorland Devil out of Chester County, Pennsylvania. Dorlan Devil. And from the description, it sounds similar to the Jersey Devil. So who knows if the Jersey, and I have heard of some reports in other areas that are similar to the description of the Jersey Devil. And so apparently that's what this one is, and maybe that's a name of a town or something, an area where it was seen, and that's why they call it the Doorland Devil, Dorlan Devil, Chester County, Pennsylvania. Let's see. Number 12 is the Shadow Man, and the Hat Man goes along with that. Now, we had a guest on a few weeks ago, Terry Ronzio, out of Greene County. He had a description and a report of what he called a Hat Man, Hat Hat Man, where it was something that wore a wide brim hat that kept peeking out from behind trees at him, and it was just very creepy. And I think he also mentioned seeing Mothman, and that was in Fayette County that he saw the Mothman. So again, the Mothman is seen not only in Ohio, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, that is, but all over. There's quite a few reports in Pennsylvania of the Mothman. So anyone here seen anything other than a Bigfoot? I'm interested in what else that you've seen. You experienced something, maybe orbs. I know we were talking earlier about orbs, seeing orbs, and trying to figure out what they were, what we think of possibly that they are. Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing what, everyone else has been experiencing. I know whenever we were down in Tennessee, um, Kentucky, Land Between the Lakes, there were, and I missed that. That would be number 13 on my list, should be number 13. And I'll add that is the little people. It's like there's different descriptions of the little people, and there's some reports of it looking like a 2 or 3 foot tall Bigfoot, just maybe 2 or 3 foot tall. And there's other reports of little people that where it looks like a Native American in traditional costume, um, just um, just little, 2 or 3 foot tall. Sometimes carrying a bow and arrow, sometimes carrying a basket. But there's quite a few reports up in the northwest, well, more like north central Pennsylvania. Okay. Okay, and you've seen orbs in the Evans City graveyard? Yeah, that's where Night of the Living Dead was filmed, isn't it? The Evans City Cemetery. The classic zombie movie, the first zombie movie, Night of the Living Dead, filmed in Evans City Cemetery. Okay, you've seen orbs there. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we were talking about orbs earlier, that it, a form of energy, and what, are they related to Bigfoot, or just by chance that Bigfoot is seen in the same area, or just totally not related to Bigfoot, just a form of energy, or ghostly energy, or just energy from something else. What do you think? What's your opinion? And everyone else, whoever wants to chime in here, what's your opinion? Do you believe they are not related to Bigfoot? Okay, random energy. Okay. Very possible. Very possible. Just non-intelligent balls of energy just floating around, falling around. Perhaps Native American energy. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting. We don't know. We truly don't know. All we can do is hypothesize, guess, and look at the history of the area. See if there's other reports also, from the same area, and dig into what is the history, what happened there. Is it an old battle site? Um, is it an ancient Native American burial ground? Okay, especially in the woods in north central and okay, central north. All right. Yeah, Seneca. I agree. Yeah, it's who knows? Yeah, there's just so much that goes on. So much. I talked about these 13 cryptids. 12 of them not Bigfoot. And there's many more that I didn't even mention. Many more, and there's so much out there that people they would be shocked. They truly would. They would be shocked at what is actually out there. Um, is it? Are they all evil? Are they benign? Are they real flesh and blood? Are they energy? Are they alien? We don't know. Are they good? Are they evil? Benign? We don't know. So much that we don't know. And this is why I talk about these other cryptids. I hear about them. I've taken reports about some of them. The reports that I do receive of non-Bigfoot encounters, I give to Brian Seach of the Center of Unexplained Events. I oh yeah, the black eyed kids. Yeah, yeah, that I won't even touch. Yeah, there's so much more out there that um, I think people would be afraid to step out of their house. Some of these, if they knew about some of these things. Excuse me. Yeah, it's yeah, I know that's why I really don't want to. Why I won't um, research these. Why I won't investigate these because I don't want to know. I don't want to. I just don't want to know more about them. Bigfoot is enough. Yeah, Bigfoot is a deep enough rabbit hole in and of themselves that's just crazy insane. You can get into so many different theories about what Bigfoot is, and my own, which you know talked about quite often, is my own theory is that they are a hybrid, um, flesh and blood descendant of the Nephilim, the um, fallen angels who mated with women out of Genesis 6 and the book of Enoch. Um, Part of the book of Revelation, are they, just something that will be involved with the, this whenever the scrolls are unrolled, um, the seventh scroll or the third trumpet. Are they part of that? We don't know. So much we don't know. We can only go with um, our own experiences, um, what we learn and what we dig into, and along with the DNA that is being tested. I have yet to receive results from any of the samples that I've sent in, and I've sent samples to multiple labs just to make sure, okay, one lab, do I get a result of something, but then from another lab, I receive something totally different, even though they are from the same individual. Or just no results at all from either lab. We'll see. Because I know that DNA testing is extremely expensive. I don't push either one of the labs. They are doing this for free, thank God, because I'm on Social Security and I cannot afford, something like that. I can't. So, but okay, camping up in Clearfield, Elk County. Yeah, we've done campouts, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project group campouts that we've offered to all of our members up in McCain County, Forest County, over at Bald Eagle State Park, down in Somerset County, Fayette County, Greene County, over in Ohio at Salt Fork State Park. I am trying my doggonest to get a little bit more into, Prince Gallitzin State Park. I forgot about that one. We had one of our group campouts, offered to the entire group. Just last summer, and it's unfortunate because we have almost 20,000 members, and I think the most people that attended any of our group campouts was maybe 20 people, and it's sad. It truly is sad, because we have great people, we have speakers, we've got hikes, and I don't plan, this at 1 o'clock, this at 5 o'clock, this at whatever o'clock. I just say check in, to the central campfire at 10 a.m. and get a group together, go hiking down such and such a trail. You decide what trail you want to go on, or a group of you go over to such and such an area, or another group of you go to a museum in the area. Like whenever we were in Somerset County, there was more than just Bigfoot, in the area. There's the the Johnstown Flood Museum and flight. God, I'm horrible. The flight that crashed in the mountains on 9/11. That memorial, where a group of people went to visit there. Because I try to pick areas that are not just for Bigfoot, because sometimes there's families, there's spouses who are not into Bigfoot, and so they want to go swimming, or visit museums or something else, of interest for the non-Bigfooting people. And I do try to include, those family members also, so that there'll be other things that they can do. And it truly is unfortunate we get such a low turnout. But again, I'm trying to get something going in eastern Pennsylvania for the eastern PA people. It's just finding, the right place, to camp at, that'll hold the attention. I know there's a lot of places that I really want to get into out there, a lot of places, because there's a lot of activity. And but this year, for myself, here it's 9:15, and I'm going to start winding things down and try to end this at 9:30. But I wanted to go into some issues that have cropped up this year. I've had to cancel out of a festival that I was scheduled to speak at, and cancel going to a camp out that I was invited on, and I hated doing it. I truly did, because the festival was the Bigfoot Barbecue UFO Festival in Armstrong County, and last weekend, and I hated having to cancel. But and I know I've gone over this before, and I really truly dislike, you know, um, getting into this, but unfortunately, it's affecting my my ability to do things, as the founder of Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. I in 2019, beginning of October 2019, I had COVID, and it almost killed me. You know, but since then, I have been diagnosed with what's called long haul COVID, where it damaged my lungs. Uh, I have low energy, low to, I tire very, very easily. And that is what is stopping me from doing the things that I want to do, to go to these festivals. I've done two campouts two campouts in April, and the big Forest County Bigfoot Festival for that long weekend, and that festival really wiped me out. That's why I had to cancel out of the Bigfoot Barbecue UFO Festival and the Prince Phillips and State Park campout. I just don't have the energy anymore. It takes me longer and longer to recover. We'd love to have you, Crystal. We Yeah, every so often we get some guests to talk about their encounters on here. As a matter of fact, twice during this podcast, I invited people to come on, and talk about their encounters. And but I do it every week, and sometimes I'll schedule someone, a guest, to come on and talk about things. Uh, it's just, this week there's a lot going on, and I it just didn't happen this week. But I'll try maybe next week to get someone on, from Pennsylvania and talk about their encounters. Maybe you, if you would like to come on, or Ronald, if Ronald would like to come on next week and talk about his encounters. Um, Let me know, and we'll send me a message on Facebook, on Messenger, and we'll schedule something. But again, if you're interested in purchasing, it's upside down, the patches. This one is $1. This one embroidered is $11. Both iron-on or sew-on. My book is available on Amazon. Move it over here. Yes, Amazon. Or you can order directly from me for an autographed copy. And I'll sign it any way your little heart desires. I know Patty wants me to sign hers. To my very best, I can't remember what Patty said, to my very best buddy, better than Bob and Tony, I'll sign it whatever way you want me to sign it. Aw. Oh, Crystal, I appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, I'd love to. I'd love to see the photos, and I'd love to, hear. Okay, you sent me a message. Okay, let me check. Okay, yes. All right, I got your message. I just checked Messenger, and I'll get back to you after the show. And yeah, check out our previous podcast, but not only the podcast, but check out the videos. I've got videos on there from, I don't know, 2015, on some of my explorations and talking about encounters, different helper. Okay, Patty. Yes, my very best helper. Better than Bob or Tony. Yes. I will sign it any way you want me to sign it, Patty. You're my very best helper. My favorite helper. That's what it was. My favorite helper. but yeah, we'll check out the videos. I've got a video there where I go over a photo that I took in Oklahoma of two possible, I'm not going to say definite, two possible Bigfoot that were watching me as I walked around the property. And you can see the conical shaped heads You can't see, features or anything. I've got a very good Nikon camera that I took it with, and this was a distance of maybe, uh, let me think, about 40 yards. Yeah, about 40 yards away, and in between or behind some uh, bushes, but you can make out, the conical heads. And I did a follow up, where I did a comparison, where I went to where they were laying to make sure that it was not rocks or tree stumps or anything else making that shape. Because whenever I went back there again to do a comparison, there was nothing there. There was two figures laying up over the edge of a bluff like this, watching me. um, and then I have another video where I filmed my investigation in Greene County, Pennsylvania, where a truck driver filmed a Bigfoot on his dash cam. He worked for the one of the gas well companies, and we have the dash cam video on there. It's a little long. Um, I am horrible at editing, and so unfortunately you have to deal with my videos. I just am not good at editing. I usually just film straight through and let the chips fall as they may. But no, I have a few videos where I do recreations of my sightings and encounters, and just check them out, comment, like, and I appreciate it, every single one of you. I truly do. You've no idea how much I appreciate all of you for coming on and talking, chatting, telling me about your encounters and what's going on with you. We become a little family, and yeah, Crystal, yeah. um, yeah, there's a lot going on here in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm not very techy, not at all. Some things, yeah, I can muddle through, but whenever it comes to editing, that takes a lot of patience and a lot of detail work and getting down to the nitty gritty, and I just don't have the patience. I've done the work already of videoing it. I don't have the patience to get in there to the very second, and pinpoint where I can edit something out just for time. No, no. I video through. If you want to fast forward through the boring spots, feel free. Pat, thank you, all of you, for joining, us. We're here every Wednesday, barring power outages or whatever else going on. And sometimes we talk about other things besides Bigfoot or cryptids. I know occasionally you'll find, hey, we talk about gardening. We talk about uh, hobbies and cooking and baking and uh, totally non-Bigfoot related stuff at all. Uh, just because, hey, this is my show. We chat about whatever. And sometimes we'll get guests on who, I'll put I'll put the link out for whoever wants to join me on the podcast. And sometimes people take me up on it and join me, and we get going. But so who knows what's going to happen next week? But join us again next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Yes, yeah. Tell Greg thank you from me also. Well, I will. Greg is a fantastic guy. I met him, I can't remember, a few years ago, Bigfooting down in Land Between the Lakes, Kentucky. Great guy. Great guy. I've really got to get into his area. But again, Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, p.m., for Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, the Monkey Wench podcast. And thank you. God bless. Monkey Wench out.